AfterBuzzers, welcome to Season 1, Episode 8, AfterBuzz TV recap of Cooper Barrett's Guide to Surviving Life. And this one is a very special recap because we have the cast in studio with us today, so stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Ex-girlfriend, I don't care what you think of me now. So long you're gone. This is the breakup song.
Why not start with the breakup song? Because it's the guide to surviving your ex-girlfriend.
You know what? This one's not as danceable.
No.
We usually get a good...
Damn.
I can't do a good head bob to
This is
one.
just a bob your...
Yeah, you can't...
This is a rock out song, not a dance song.
Not feeling the groove on this one, but that's cool.
You can hop
it's
along.
Theme appropriate.
Yeah.
Twerk.
Hey guys, I am your host, Tamara Brown. You can find me on Twitter @BrownTamara. Let's start with our host and then we'll go around and introduce our special guests today.
I'm James Franck. You can follow me on Twitter @TheJimboSlice. That's D with 2 E's. And we have the cast of Cooper Barrett in the house.
Thank you guys so much for coming in today.
Thanks for having us,
super
James.
happy to have
You
you
owe me
here.
a Coke. Oh, no, that's mine. That's mine.
Damn you.
Let's start out with our fellas on the couch. You guys want to introduce yourselves?
Do it, Charlie Saxton.
This
This is
Jack
Charlie
first.
Saxton. He plays Neil Fisley.
Yep, you just did an intro for me. This is Jack Cutmore-Scott. He plays Cooper Barrett.
Yep.
Hey.
Bye-bye.
We're here. Shoot, Meaghan?
Hi, yeah, Meaghan Rath. Is this thing on? I played Kelly
What's your last name on the show?
Bishop.
Hey.
Hello, I'm James
Sorry,
Earl.
do you work here?
Yeah, goddamn. Hi, I'm James Earl. I
Oh,
play...
no, go back to the radio voice.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is James Earl. Smooth, right?
That's so smooth.
That's
Sex hour, ladies and gentlemen,
I
is
think the
now.
lights need to dim.
Yeah.
Can we make that happen?
Yeah, I play O.J. Simpson. I've been doing this for a minute. Now, I play Barry Sandell.
Yes. You guys, I think James and I say this every week. This is a show that it seems like you guys have a super ton of fun shooting this, right?
Yep. Hella fun.
Absolutely. Just a little.
Until it gets tricky when you got to do the stunt.
Oh,
Yeah.
I wrote that in my notes. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that stunt.
So real quick, let's talk about episode 8. So it's Cooper
Barrett's Guide to
What is
Surviving
surviving
wait.
crazy ex-girlfriend. Where are we? Are we the scandal, right?
It's the kind of.
Is this the title? Oh, no, that's not the title of
This is the cookie show, ladies and
Oh, you
gentlemen.
have cookies?
We got cookies
James
for you
Earl
guys.
Roth cookies.
First of all, I brought the best cookies in
Can
the
we get a
world.
close up on the cookies?
Yeah, close up, zoom in on these cookies. My
Pass around
friend.
the cookies.
Guide to Surviving Cookies. So we start out with the opening chase. Are they being chased by the police? We don't know. We always have our pre-intro craziness going on before we cut back to. So this story cuts back to 2013 when Cooper's ex-girlfriend. And we find out that with a little sexting going on.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Dangerous.
Few bad decisions.
Few bad decisions.
Getting our
Well,
sexting going on.
Principally one.
Yeah.
Yeah. One very bad.
And there's some penises going on. You remember the
Absolutely.
penis?
Yeah. How can we forget the penis?
The penis.
I thought somebody was going to bring the set piece today. So
No,
that we would have
actually, it got sold.
it got
It
sold.
got sold. Somebody bought it.
We never actually. Was there actually ever any photo? Like we don't ever see what's on the painting.
Oh, that was a photo.
It was
There
a
was a
dick pic.
photo.
Okay,
Yeah,
it was
of
a picture
Jack's
of
penis.
Jack's dick.
We're all very method
On the camera.
Was that-
actors. We have to
Yeah.
perform
Yeah.
to the realist capabilities. of
Yes.
the character.
Understandable. Understandable. I'm glad that they do it that way. So sexting is a very topical episode because we see people getting caught up in the sexting issues recently.
You sexting
That's
right
true.
now?
Who
I'm
has?
sending a sext right now. If you guys don't mind for a second,
Or
hold on.
Snapchatting.
Hold on.
I love
why
how
there's
we start this episode and Neil is depressed about his ex and her new man, and he's like, look, we're basically twins, and this dude's like shredded. 8-pack.
What are you trying to say, James? I'm underneath this.
This guy's been
hoodie.
working out. I don't know if you.
Oh wait, we didn't reveal the poll. Oh, yeah.
That's a too sweet shirt.
That's
you
too
have
sweet.
there.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Very nice.
But yeah, so basically under this
Nice.
hoodie is the same body as Karina's new boyfriend.
Yes. Yeah.
Karina ain't buff, she just a little swole.
Yeah,
She's
and
a little pregnant.
Yeah.
She's a little pregnant.
Thinking that she's gaining weight. So we start out with Neil a little bit depressed, and then Josh offers to for everybody to come to an art opening that Leslie is dragging him to. So
She promises women, no one cares. She promises free food and drinks. Everyone's like, we're
everyone's
on
excited.
Board. We're on
Everyone in
board.
their
If
early
those
to
cookies would have
mid-20s.
been there,
Bye-bye.
bam.
Yeah, can we pass those around?
They do that.
Yeah.
What's the story with the cookies? Where'd you get them?
He's a
All right,
nice
so
guy. He brought
one day,
cookies.
Made him?
I'm at Vons, right? I'm at Vons, just going through the
We'll bring
cookies
them back
out.
this way.
Sure.
And it's a lot of cookies over there. You know, sometimes you pick the right one, sometimes you don't.
Tie it down.
And I picked the right one.
Perfect.
I got.
All right. So let's scoot to at the art opening, and we find out that Cooper runs into Lena at the art opening in a.
Before we get there, you in the gym, in
my
the
God.
cycling scene.
Yes.
Is that like a real thing where like girls in cycling and they put up like how
yeah.
fast you're going and like you guys compete during class to see who wins and gets like the most cycling?
I mean,
was
I
just
think it
is
depends
this
like
real?
what cycling studio you go to. Like I go to
Yeah.
Soul Cycle a lot, and there's no. You're only
Not a
competing with
plug.
yourself.
Soul
What is
Cycles.
it? But there's a lot of like Charlie went to one.
I go to
Flywheel. They put the
They
scores.
totally do. Like you can,
Yeah.
if you don't have to, but like if you want to. So that's the type of thing. It's like these people wanted to see like how well they're doing and like how competitive they can be. So it is a type of. Certain...
Have you ever been on the scorecard?
No, God no.
I wouldn't because I'm a lot like the character. I'm like very competitive.
Yeah.
Really, I was gonna ask about that.
Yeah. So like. I need to go with friends because I like to be better than
Is
my
Soul
friends.
Cycle the one that's like disco spin? It's like they've got like a dark, like clubby lights.
It is
and-
dark.
Yeah,
It's-
I've been to
it's
that
dark,
one.
but there's like candles, and you don't see anyone, so it's easy
Yeah.
to get into the.
So you're like in the zone
Yeah.
and you're just
zone.
pedaling. You're
Yeah.
just pedaling.
Yeah, but what's funny is like when we were shooting the pilot and I was like going to spin class, I was like the mood that I would get into is like I just like try to feel the character because this is embarrassing. But I would picture myself in spin class, and then they wrote this episode, which is weird.
Oh wow, that's
Yeah.
great.
Oh wow.
Is life a competition for you? Is that like, was that a line you're like, yeah, I can't wait. Yeah, life is a competition.
Yeah, I mean it's a lot about how you were like brought up, you know.
You were brought up like that, Meaghan?
You brought up to be very competitive, Meaghan.
I remember my dad like
Meaghan on the
in-
soccer field.
Oh yeah.
Tripping
I
little
was
kids.
on the soccer field. Like my dad would always say, actually.
Your dad would cry on the soccer field.
My dad would say that I like me running slowly is like not a nice picture, but me running for something like a ball or a bus, like it's beautiful, it's gorgeous.
That's your
And-
dad said?
But also like this is what made me competitive is like I would like do like well in school, and my dad would be like, what was the class average? And I'd be like,
Oh man!
He's smart. He knew what he was doing.
I just
I
picture-
really hope they're not
That's a
watching.
good idea.
I just pictured like, you
not
running
watching.
track and
Yeah,
not doing it well,
100%
and your dad being like, "Watch this," and like throwing a ball and watching. Yeah, see,
Yeah,
look at her
watch,
now.
like, it's
Watch
like-
her go now.
Yeah, he'd say,
She's
look
got
at a
incentive.
gazelle. That's what he'd say.
How did you know that just throwing a ball is,
Yeah.
that is what all you need?
I guess
Meaghan.
or a bus or something.
Yeah.
My
A
mom
bus.
would-
Throw
something
a
to
bus.
chase.
And then,
My mom didn't pay for a lot of extracurricular activities, but like when she did and I didn't participate correctly, I got that speech in the car.
You
Like,
did?
you
Like-
spending this money, you over here playing games out there, you better play hard, you better work hard, or we're gonna
Like
take
what?
you out, I'm gonna save my money.
What'd you play?
Football.
Football.
Yeah, everybody
Sure.
started out popping.
what position
Yeah.
were you?
I was right guard.
I played football too. I was
Really?
snapper.
Oh,
that's-
wait, what?
That kind of.
I know nothing
Like
about
football.
football.
Was it
so I have no
soccer?
idea what any of
Now
this
you're
is.
back. Wait,
I
high
went to
school?
an all-girls school.
You're Canadian,
school?
right? You're
Yeah.
Canadian, right? Was it? So do you mean soccer?
No,
No,
that's your
the
no,
most
no. We
dangerous.
the Canadians say soccer is soccer, but like not the British.
Thinking about
Yeah,
yeah,
that
No.
guy is. Yeah.
That's dope. I never knew that. He's a football player, right?
This snapper right here.
I don't know if you knew this. I'm a football player,
Yeah,
so
that's crazy.
show some respect.
Snappers that's a dangerous job.
Yeah, you gotta bend over. You don't know who's behind you.
Yeah,
No idea.
Oh, whoa.
Then once you give it
Someone
snapper,
write that
Are we talking about football?
Guide to Survive in Football.
So we're at the art gallery.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and we find out that an old sketch that Cooper sent Lena, she has turned into artwork. And so now we have to find a way to get it back. And it turns out an auction starts, and Shane's competitiveness starts bidding on the auction.
I love when you were like, yo, 6, you know what that happened? You're funny, James. Can I just say, when you say stuff, it makes me laugh.
Thanks, man.
Of course, man.
James asked before we started recording today, James asked James if, do you guys ever get to improv lines? Did they ever use?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I got to clean my mouth right
We
now.
improv. We we love it too.
There's kind of a general rule of thumb.
It's just like we gotta do it. Because we come up with stuff. We got ideas too. Sometimes it's funny.
But that'll actually end up in the episode.
Yeah.
Like lines.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, we
That's
usually
really cool.
do a couple takes where it's as written and it's all approved and everyone likes it, and then they'll usually let us have a couple takes for fun or a couple takes for ourselves, but
Nice.
usually it's what organically comes out.
Charlie, it looks like you're like landing a plane right now.
This feels very something.
Pilot and co-pilot.
One second,
Both of
please.
them,
We're
Jack for sure
yeah,
looks like a
Conan.
pilot for
Thank you.
sure.
You need backup dancers.
I love how everyone's like staring at this picture, and then Leslie's like, Josh, and he's like, it's the same size.
That's an improv from
That
Justin
was-
Bartha. if
was
I'm
it
not
really?
mistaken, yeah.
I mean, it's a natural man instinct when you see another.
Your little brother.
Especially your
even,
brother,
too.
you're just
Yeah.
like, oh man.
I love that, like, they, like, especially Barry recognized Cooper's penis.
Right.
Like, at the top of it.
There's a whole backstory.
Roommates, you see everything.
Yeah, there's a whole story behind that. There was a whole other
Tell us
episode,
about it.
that's obviously going to be in season 2, where we go back and we go into all the occasions on which Barry and Neil have seen Cooper's penis. It's going to be a great episode.
Yeah.
So you just said there's a season 2.
Oh, I mean, like, if there is a season 2.
In
You
our
have a
wild
penis.
dreams.
Guide to surviving your roommate's penis.
Yeah.
Everywhere you're gonna see
Down the
some ass.
pipeline.
You see it?
Yeah.
You know when your roommate, you got somebody upstairs. You like, don't come upstairs. And they come upstairs and then they catch you naked.
You gotta
on the
put
way to bed.
the towel on the door, or like whatever on the doorknob.
Scrunchy, yeah.
It's always something.
The
Something
scrunchie?
happens. It always.
Oh, you take her scrunchie.
Yeah, I take
and
my
then put it on
scrunchie
the-
and then I get my
scrunchie?
Her scrunchie.
and
Scrunch?
my gel pens and my Tamagotchis.
What do you got?
Scrunchie.
Giga pets?
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
exactly. Who has
Charlie,
had nobody's
you
had
ever
a
have a
scrunchie
Furby?
since '95.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of sports, my dad, I tried. I just wasn't good at sports, and so my dad was like, "If you get on base, if you try, just get on base. I'll buy you a Furby.
What does that
Wow.
mean, get on base?
Get on,
Like-
get on first
Like make
base.
a hit to get to
Like,
base.
run to first base.
Baseball.
It's
Baseball term.
The ball far enough to be able to run to first base.
So if you just get
I
hit by the
couldn't-
ball.
Just to
When you
like do
play
well,
baseball,
you know what I
gotta
mean?
get to
To-
first base first.
to be able to play
Then
sports.
second base.
It was either a Furby or then he would bribe me with pizza, and that's how.
Which
And
one
wait,
would you
isn't
have
there-
liked more?
So
Isn't there a story about
The
how
pizza.
you would normally get to first base? Or get
Oh
on
yeah,
base?
I would get hit. I would let the ball hit me. I was
You would get walked?
yeah.
get walked.
I would
Yeah.
intentionally get walked just to get on base, and then my dad was like, "Please just
But if
try."
you had a Furby, then the two of you could do this together.
but also
it was the worst. It
in
wouldn't
little
shut
league.
up.
In little league, like pitchers are so bad in little league. Like you don't. It's an
Oh, so
interesting
I would stand on the opposite
Why
side,
do you
whatever
assume
side
it's
they.
Little League?
choice. But to that's
This was a
true.
couple weeks ago. My dad was like, I'm sick of coming to these softball games you keep telling me to come to.
We still want that Furby.
Yeah, I was gonna say, where did you find a Furby?
I'll get you one.
So
Charlie.
between
Yeah, I want one.
football and baseball and everything else, have you guys ever played whiskey slap before?
Oh man.
No.
I never
That's
heard of that
dangerous.
before. I was
Not
like,
I never
whiskey
heard of that
slap.
either.
they had to explain it to me a couple of times because I was like, what?
James, you tend to always know the like college.
Yeah.
Like, is that
I
something
never-
you did in college?
Never.
Never?
No.
Yeah.
Not.
Yeah, like,
I'll
Me
play
neither.
I want to
Slap
hang
the
out
bag.
and drink and smoke and chill with my friends. I don't want to like physically abuse each
There
other.
was
Yeah.
and, like,
whiskey
have
slap
fun.
going on. It was two girls slapping each other because they was trying to smash somebody's boyfriend.
Oh,
that's
that's
the
a
only
different
whiskey I
situation.
in college.
Whiskey doesn't necessarily need to be involved.
I didn't want to be too, I was about to say a lot of cuss words in that sentence.
Yeah, I saw you restrain yourself. That was good.
I was gonna be like,
That was like Juicy J when he was like editing himself.
Yeah, I was editing myself.
While we're talking about the whiskey slap, let's talk about this stunt. And you getting smacked through this table. Yeah. You took a hell of a back bump.
Hell yeah.
Have you been?
It's a wrestling term.
Some things?
Yeah,
He showed me a few things, dude. I'm not. I'm thinking about it. Maybe I'll do a guest appearance in one of your wrestling shows.
You should come out, man. You should do a run-in. That'd be fun.
Like Shaq did.
So you watch WrestleMania.
Did it hurt in doing that and falling into the table?
Well, I mean, they had a stunt dude there for sure, but I did fall down on something and it didn't hurt. But they had, this is what did happen though. So they had real glass and then they had fake glass. Because once they fell through the table, they had to put down the fake glass so it could still look the same. But some of the real glass is still there. So when I fell a couple of times, I feel like some real glass. I'm like,
How many takes do you do with something like that? Like, there's the one take to break the table,
No,
right?
there's a stunt double. Let's just
no,
say
no,
that.
I do my own. So what I do is
He just laid down and after the stunt double did it. He's like, ow!
nah, man, I had to fall backwards.
I leaned back about 1.5 feet.
Yeah.
Real quick.
Not a stunt dude though. They do that. I mean, he fell through the table. I'm not about to fall.
But do they only have like one table for him to break? Or
Yeah,
oh yeah.
No, they had two.
couple,
Yeah, they
but,
had a
like,
second
they're-
one. But it's kind of cool because the way they do it is they have the glass, right? And then as he's about to hit it, they send like an electric shock through the glass, so the glass breaks just before.
wow.
he
Because it
hits
was real.
Fox got this dude.
That's
Fox got it's this
crazy.
dude at Fox, and whenever they about to blow some shit up or something, he come to the set, and he's the guy.
He gets
So
safety
when you
talks.
see him, you know something's about to blow up.
What a cool
he's
job
there. Yeah, he's
that
the best,
is.
and he does all the shows, so he's the
Yeah.
blow up
dope.
guy.
The blow up
He
guy.
comes-
Yeah.
He's the Adam Bomb of Fox.
Yeah, he just starts boom.
The
guy that goes
table
boom.
blow up guy.
So he just blew the
So-
table up, and he fell through it. And,
So at Leslie and Josh's house, Neil and Lena are getting cozy. Cooper's getting jealous. So Cooper is trying to entice Kelly to help him because he's getting competitive now. Cooper's getting competitive with Lena. And through the window, Shane sees Cooper and Kelly getting closer and
creeping through windows.
creepy.
Yeah.
Hilariously
Hey, one
played
of my
by.
homegirls
Oh, go
just
ahead.
did that. She just went. She just creeped through the dude window.
Yeah, how do you know that?
Having sex. Cause she called me. She's like, I just caught this motherfucker having sex. She
Oh, he got
filmed
so
it.
close without
Yo,
touching.
she filmed it. She filmed it. And then she showed me the video, and it was like her, and she was like running up to the
the
window,
bushes?
and it was like she filmed it through the crack of the window.
Oh my
And then he
gosh.
was inside the house, and he was like, making these crazy ass faces. And she was like, oh my god, I can never.
Now
Disgusting.
all she needs to do is open an art gallery.
Yeah.
Shows
Right
dick
there.
pics. So yeah, this stuff really goes down in
It
real
does.
life, people.
I always hear
It goes
about
down.
it, but I don't. I'm always like, no, that doesn't really happen.
know,
You
they
hear
do
those
this in
stories.
windows.
And this is the guide to survive it right now. I'm learning.
That's for sure.
Oh man.
So Shane hops on his bike, and that's when we cut back to our original opening chase. And when that opening chase was going on, I wrote down chase scene, and then I was like, well, is it a chase? Because we don't know if we see them driving recklessly, but we don't know if anybody's behind them. And then come to find out, that's why, because they're being chased by a bicycle.
I love how in the show they always reference like movies and stuff and like, hey, nice bike. It was like totally
Hey,
Terminator 2.
nice
and then
bike.
like the chase scene, and it's happened in past episodes. Is that something you guys are like when you read the script you're like, oh cool, like I got this?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, there's a bunch of the episodes that like, have little homages to different movies.
Sometimes
different
they
TV
say
shows.
because originally the car was supposed to fall in water.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, instead of do like a gnarly
Yeah,
jump.
and the
So the
car was
first
supposed to
script.
fill up with water. That's really
Yeah, we was-
And why didn't you do that?
But these guys are
It was
afraid.
really
Can't swim.
dangerous.
British guy can't
Yeah.
swim.
Oh, I can swim.
Of course, you can see.
you gotta throw a ball or something to get you in
You'll
the
be fine.
pool.
No,
Yeah.
I'll jump in if there's someone in front of me.
I like the references. I was
the land
offended in the last episode
beat.
where you said it's like something about being disenchanting, like when you watch The Goonies in your 20s.
Yeah.
Yes,
Offensive.
I brought that up. I was
Completely
like, The Goonies
offensive.
still holds
The
true.
Goonies is one of the best movies of all time.
Forever.
Sorry.
I'm mad at you specifically
man,
because I know
didn't
you
write that
wrote
line.
and
Yeah.
were directed and
Yeah.
you spoke it. So
I made all the choices in there.
That's fine.
Should have said something, Jack.
You should have said something different, Jack. You should
I actually
have
did it just to
Let's say
upset
you should
you.
have improv.
Oh, yeah.
In that crazy car chase, you guys were in an Uber, and that was like one of those scenes because we've talked about before how this show takes place in Los Angeles, but like there's never any like major Los Angeles. Most shows that take place in Los Angeles, they will like reference things. You don't know that this takes place in LA, except for when they had the Uber driver. I was like, do they even in the Midwest? Do they know what that is? I'm not even sure.
Do you guys do
Yeah,
that
it
on
was
purpose?
everywhere.
Did they do that on purpose with not just like trying to like
Yeah,
be like, no,
keeping
get
it-
the Hollywood sign in the background, or like, no, we need to go shoot
No,
at the Grove.
I think we try and make it less forced. I mean, there are a lot of references throughout the show to LA and to
Yeah, like
you know,
we're at the
you know,
Staples
drive
Center.
Ubers.
Western
Yeah,
Park.
Right,
downtown.
I only drive. Yeah, I don't drive after 10 o'clock. You know why? Because I'm from LA and they'll lock your ass up. So after 10 o'clock,
lifts.
lifts, Ubers.
Yeah, I heard that like
It's the new generation.
the money that the city usually makes for like 5 years ago, the city was making money from DUIs,
Yeah, it's just
and they just
down.
don't make that. It's so far
Exactly.
down that like there's gonna be some crazy. There's gonna be some sanctions on Lyft and Uber because the city's losing money.
Yeah.
Safety first, people.
Safety first,
We need
Uber
Rashid.
everywhere.
For sure.
We need Rashid to
Yeah,
give him 12%.
Yep.
Do the crazy jumps.
Yeah.
I love when Shane runs up to the window and he's just like, I own your penis. That's great.
Yeah,
Parker
he's
Young,
doing
by
some
the way.
great
Shout out.
stuff on
You
the
ever
day.
ran up to one of your chicks?
He's a great
windows?
guy.
Like,
Great guy.
No.
Come
no.
here, where's my shit?
No.
Nothing.
Maybe at a drive-through.
Uh,
As soon as I get my food.
Where's my shit?
Word.
Word.
So yeah, let's kind of talk about a couple things about the season as a whole that we love about the show. How do you guys like having a co-star with the pig, James Franco?
Fucking hate it. Fucking hate it.
That's three.
James Earl speaks for us when we all. No,
She looks so happy holding the little
Nah,
baby
the pig is
though.
cool. The
Yeah, that's
baby,
the
the
baby
babies.
the baby pigs
The
are.
babies,
Baby,
but the
that's a
grown
different
pig.
That's a
it's
little
like,
piglet named Pungo.
Here's the thing: is they're wild animals. You can't shoot anything with a wild animal. That no matter how trained they are, no matter they're gonna do whatever they want to do, which is exactly what they do. So they poop all over the place. They run out of shots. They squeal. They fart. They pee. It's
They're
impossible.
They
So,
get
like,
paid
work
by the
You
second.
basically know it's going to be a long day when the episode
Yeah.
has the pig in it.
yeah.
It's going to be a
Oh, man.
long.
Yeah, but shout out to the animal rights groups.
Yeah, we love them. They're great.
Because they treat these animals good.
Yeah.
Like this pig, he gets paid
They get paid per take.
per take.
Per take.
Every
He
sec-
does?
Every take he
They
gets
Like
paid.
food, yeah.
Oh,
But I'm sure also.
They say you gotta
Food is
pay
money
him,
to
and then he
pigs.
gets
Yeah,
That's
food
their
every
money.
day.
That's the only way he performs.
More than every take. Like he
Damn, what
gets,
am I missing right now?
he gets like
My
every
name's James
10
Frank. I
seconds.
could play a
Here
pig.
you go. Here you go. Every time you speak, you get a
Every time you
cookie.
speak, you get a cookie. You still ain't trying to cookie, man. I'm trying to
right.
get offended.
We need to
man.
implement
If you
that.
don't eat a cookie by the end of
I'll
this
eat a
shit,
cookie.
how much time is left?
We got 30 minutes.
All right,
Yeah.
man, you better eat a cookie.
65 minutes.
Did you guys? I'm just going to be jumping around between
Okay.
episodes unless you want to jump in.
I
But,
was just saying,
like,
let's just to wrap up the episode. I love how Leslie finally admits that she hates trying to be one of the dudes, but I didn't understand why Josh didn't just embrace it and be like, yeah, we need to have separate worlds. Instead, he plays dumb like, oh, really? I really wanted you to be part of the dudes. Oh, shucks.
Because his wife would have been like, he wanted her
Damned
to
if
feel
you do,
special.
damned if you don't.
Yeah,
know
one
what
thing
I'm
you
saying?
also need to know is like the way they're airing it is completely out of order.
Yeah.
With the way
Really?
they shot
Yeah,
it.
this
Like
show's not
the,
in order.
the episode that you just saw was the third episode that we shot, so it
Crazy.
doesn't actually make sense.
Actually, now that you say that makes a lot of sense because we've
Yeah.
seen a wilder side of Leslie at this point, and so this episode paints her as like more conservative, a little bit more.
It's because
naggy.
she like grew into that, and it still kind of works, but it was that originally was episode 3.
Oh,
Yeah.
good to know.
My mom texted
See?
me and she was like, "Oh, Leslie's not going anywhere. I was like, don't you worry.
Yeah, she's fine.
She's hilarious.
She's
She's
great.
the best.
Lisa
Awesome.
Lapira is
Yeah.
love
probably
her.
my
Yeah.
favorite character.
And like one of the
Thanks
issues.
a lot, Charlie.
No offense to everybody else in this
Like-
room. That's not Lisa Lapira.
One of the
Nah,
issues we've
man,
had
nah.
with this show is it's like it seems like the women on it are only driven to move the guys' storyline further instead of like episodes.
I'm
more
glad
about
James
you
is bringing
or
it
more
up because
about-
I always
she
feel
was like, I don't want to
I
bring
always
this
feel
up.
like I have to.
And like Leslie eccentric and like the one episode where like you guys are doing girls' night and you're going out to karaoke, which I was gonna bring up if we could get that picture queued up soon.
Cue the picture! Cue the picture!
Is that something that bothers you, or is it something that gets focused on later on in
It
the
bothers
season?
us.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like, it is something that, like, if you were watching in the order that we shot, it does develop into something, but, like, yeah, I mean, it's, like, a problem that I have with, like, TV in general, that, like, the women serve the men, and I'm just, like, over it, to be honest.
Yeah, because there'll
really-
be hints of like great stuff, like Josh being like, "I don't know how to change a car," and Leslie always changes it, and I was like, "That's me."
Yeah,
That was a great.
tire.
That was such a great nugget
Like,
from
little things like
They
that.
need to throw in more of those kind of
Yeah,
things.
exactly.
Yeah, and I do feel like the show, like, references that a lot, but, like, I would love to see it more.
But like, because there's so many like old tropes of like the nagging wife, like that's sort of an out of date trope. That,
Yeah,
like,
and it
we
is,
don't
and
need.
it's
you
not
know.
like that was sort of like at the after the pilot, it was kind of what Leslie's character was, but they changed it right away, and like Lisa is
Yeah.
so not that
Yeah.
character, and they've made an effort to for her to not be that kind of wife
because
and she
it's
isn't,
so much
like,
more fun when she's
I mean,
talking
it's
about
great when she-
kickball.
exactly, like
Yeah.
she's in the group,
Yeah.
and so. I love seeing her. She's a great character, and she's an
Yeah.
amazing actress.
Well, the moral of this episode was don't take dick pics. I would say.
Which is
Don't
true.
take
Would you
dick
say
pics,
that?
don't take ass
Yeah,
pics.
let's
titty
go
pics.
around and see who sent a dick pic.
Never
Yeah,
sent one in
everybody,
my life.
let pass your phone
Really?
over to the right.
Swear to God.
Oh my
Never
God.
sent one in my life.
That's insane.
I've never got
Engaged.
one. Never got one. Yeah,
We're blowing her mind right
Yeah.
You never got one?
never got one. Yeah.
Crazy.
Well, I'm just,
I mean,
Sent and received.
I have sent and received numerous dick pics.
I have
Nah,
sent
nah,
and
nah.
received dick pics.
see, I was
You
only
have
on
never
Tinder
received-
I was on Tinder for about a month.
That's
only,
not where
so-
you send them. Like,
Yeah, but once you start texting somebody that you met on Tinder, that's
oh my
when.
God. No, they gotta earn that.
Yeah, you don't send
No,
that.
no,
ass
in terms
first.
of
Well,
receiving.
see, I don't know. I've never
no,
received
Tinder.
one.
That's a
yeah,
fairly
I'm
common like
saying-
Yeah,
opening
on
gambit,
Instagram,
right?
you know how they like send, like, people can like send you pictures? Like, there's some, like, people send me their dicks.
Really?
Yeah.
Fellas.
Yo, why you say
Never received.
Stop
My
doing that.
Instagram, my Instagram is so
No,
boring compared
but
to
are any-
Jack wishes he got some dicks.
Yeah, are any of you guys getting
Yeah, you
these
guys-
photos?
Charlie, you sent dicks.
Oh yeah, yeah.
No, but
in,
like-
in that regard, yeah. But
Jack, have you
receiving
sent dicks?
not plural. No, just one. There's one out there somewhere.
I ain't received
It was the
nothing.
giant one from the
Yeah,
set.
it's exactly. That's the only one. It was caught on camera, but I have yet to receive.
I'll
Not
send
that,
you a
not, not
dick.
that this is an invitation.
I'll send you one of the ones that I get.
Yeah, we'll forward you
man.
all the ones.
There's another host here that has that happen, and that's what she does. She just like she'll get people
yeah,
send her dick
sends
pics,
dick
and she
pic
just
backs.
sends them to other people.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's a good
Pay
idea.
it
Like
forward.
she just got married too.
It's just
Yeah,
that
and she's people still just send her. I'm like, Lauren, what's up,
She
dude?
must be hard.
Lauren Salon.
Because you know, to send a dick pic, you gotta be like, yo,
Confident.
Like, to someone you don't
I'm
know,
trying.
it's like, I'll get, like, the dick pic is like the third picture. The first picture is like literally this is the progression.
How's it
A
go?
man in an army uniform. The next picture is him with a gun. The next picture is his dick.
That makes sense.
Holding
That
it like a
escalated
gun.
quickly. Yeah.
But is it somebody you know or just a random person?
No,
It's a random person.
random man.
I'm in the service. I can protect you and I can serve you. All in
Oh,
one.
let's just wrap it up. Let's get it out of the way
case you
real
were
quick.
wondering.
Rando.
Here we go.
That answers a lot of questions. Like,
Yeah.
straight out of the gate.
Yeah.
Just some
He's like,
random.
no response. Okay,
hey.
stepping it up a level. And stepping it up again.
This is what I do. This is what I've done. This is what I want.
I'm thinking we should move off of the topic of dick pics because we're going to be asking for our viewers' comments and shares and likes and everything like
Send the
that.
guys your dick
You know,
pics.
bye.
So I got a question. I'm gonna start with Charlie.
All right.
So like we met at Pro Wrestling Guerrilla,
Sure did.
and now I hear you're training to become a pro wrestler.
I am. Yeah.
So did you have a school yet? And have you
I
started
do.
training?
Yeah, I've started training with Brian Kendrick at Santino Bros Wrestling in Bell Garden. It's going very well. Actually, this last few days I was nursing some bruised ribs from one of my first wrestling injuries that I've acquired, so I'm pretty proud of that. But yeah, it's going great, man. It's not a joke. It's not a game. It's like really grueling and a lot of endurance, a lot of stamina testing and stuff like that, but it's fun. I really enjoy it.
Have you been thinking about what your name is going to be?
No, that's kind of like the last thing, because that's, it's like a band that like names
That
their
would be
band.
the first thing I came up with.
See,
if I
you're
was
My
doing it
going
all
to-
band's name is
wrong.
Mark. With the C. No.
My name's Mark with the C. Yeah. Hey.
Our band's gonna be.
Well,
with
like,
a K.
so I do have like a whole gimmick worked out.
Oh, do
if
you?
that's what you're inquiring.
I would like to hear
Well-
about this gimmick.
So, my regular wrestling name is just Cheesesteak Charlie, because I'm from Philadelphia. Cheesesteak's one of my favorite food.
Nice.
And, whatever persona, he can be a heel, he can be a face, whatever. Throughout the year, he's just Cheesesteak Charlie. And then, on Thanksgiving Eve, on Friendsgiving, Cheesesteak Charlie gets too drunk, and he falls off the roof, and he hits his head, and he wakes up, and he is suddenly the Christmas warrior. And so, from Thanksgiving until New Year's Eve, I am the Christmas warrior, and I spread holiday cheer and beatdowns throughout,
Love that.
the community. And then on New Year's Eve, the Christmas warrior gets a little too, or on New Year's Eve, Christmas warrior gets a little too drunk, falls off the roof again, and I'm Cheesesteak Charlie.
I love
For the
it.
remainder of the year.
So
Just
This
in
sounds
trans-
so perfect for wrestling, pro wrestling that Brian Kendrick
Exactly.
runs.
Yeah,
This is
yeah,
genius.
So-
Is there anyone in your class that'll like do like forward rolls and then be like, "Wait a minute, haven't I seen you on Hung?"
That was kind of at the beginning. It kind of was like that. We kind of got out of the way, and we did like a big circle where it was like who we are, what we do, and like why.
My
we
name
love.
is Charlie.
Exactly.
And my favorite color is.
But it's cool because there's a guy in there that does like voice acting, and then there's someone else that like does modeling. So it's not like it's like who are you? It's awesome. People are going there to bust their asses and learn really, and they're there to work, and it's really cool. And there are guys that work for Pro Wrestling that are training with us. So it's interesting. There's like the really crappy new recruits, and then there are people that are like have been wrestling for decades, and so it's really inspiring and cool to.
Have you jumped off the ropes yet?
No, not yet. We're still learning.
Building up
I
to that.
did rope running for the first time last week, and man, those bruises are no joke. Like,
Really?
we did it maybe 30 times, if that, and I woke up the next morning with just fucking a huge bruise right across my back. So it's cool. I've watched enough episodes of Tough Enough to know, like, what to expect and how harsh it's going to be. But Brian's a great trainer, man. He's really cool.
Brian's a really good dude.
Yeah, he's
you picked a
awesome.
great school. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Have you
Speaking-
done that?
Me
Have you-
training?
Yeah.
I've done like a couple training sessions, but I was way more into being behind the camera and making wrestlers look great than trying to be one of
you guys should
50,000
work
people
together.
Yo, it's
who want to
hard,
be a
man.
pro wrestler. I'm like, no, I'll just
So
make you
you
look
make
good.
them look. What do you mean?
I'm a cameraman, so I film for like Pro Wrestling Guerrilla.
At all the shows, yeah, man.
dope.
All these other wrestling shows. I made a documentary about the Young
Did,
Bucks.
yeah.
Speaking of fighting, there
Oh
was
my
an
God.
episode where you got
Hey.
smacked in the head.
Yeah.
In the face. We have the picture. I don't know if they could pull it up or show it. There it is.
Yeah.
So
It's bad.
I watched this episode and I waited to see this moment of you get
Yeah, they cut
smacked
it.
and they cut it out.
They cut it because they thought it was too graphic. And I was like, I bled for this.
They cut the
moment.
actual shot of you getting
Yeah.
punched.
Yeah. Here's what happened. It was like we had the take. And the director was like, let's just do one more for fun. And that's the kiss of death. And the stunt woman that I was working with, who was the one that I was fighting against, the choreography was finished. And they kept the cameras rolling. And she started freestyling.
I'm gonna put a little extra sauce on it.
Yeah, she's like, this is my moment. And like, punched me in the face. Oh my God. And like, I did, like, obviously I don't want to like dodge it. Like, I've never been in a fight in my life. Like, I'd love to be, but I have been now at this point. I've had my fill of it. And then like the next thing I knew, I was like on the ground. And then I was like, I got up and I was like, oh, I didn't even know what happened. I was like, something feels weird. Like, and then I just went to my makeup artist because she's, like a friend. And I was like, I just don't feel right. And then her face, she was just like, oh my God. And then I just felt like blood. And then when I felt that, I like ran out of the studios.
Were you guys like done taping for the day, or you?
No, the scene that follows that scene was actually what we shot right after that. So like I was really, if you watch the scene afterward, we're like, oh, that was crazy. Like icing ourselves. Like I'm so like you're watching me swell up. Because it's right after, and there's like an open wound that they couldn't put makeup on. And the crazy thing is like when we shot the scenes before that, where it's the aftermath, where Leslie has a bandage on her face, I was like, oh, maybe I should have something. Like, no, not you. You don't have anything on your face. I was like, okay. And then I'm the one that was punched in the face. And so it doesn't make any sense. But like, what was funny is like my brother who watched it was just like, why did they do that like grotesque makeup on you? Like, well, and I was like, that was real. And he was like, you look terrible. Because it's like actual swelling. It's not movie swelling. So it just, it looks bad.
That's intense.
Yeah, I had a black eye.
Did you have words with her afterwards?
No. I was like, the medic came to see me in the trailer, and then I saw her after, and she was like, oh, you poor baby.
Like,
she hasn't been seen since.
And I was like, no, she's not. She's not been back. Yeah.
She's in the car that was supposed to end up underwater.
Yeah, I mean, that's why you like hire stunt people so that this shit doesn't happen.
Exactly.
But
when you tell a stunt person a freestyle,
no one told her.
Too many
That's like
classes.
the lady. Hey, yo, so you remember the episode where Paula Abdul did the backflip? Uh-huh. The lady that did the backflip
That's a
bust
crazy
her
sentence.
face.
What? No, she
didn't do it
didn't.
right.
She
She
was
didn't
fine.
bust
She
her
was fine.
face.
She
Come
was
on, man,
fine.
She
was
Try to
good.
juice the story.
She
Damn.
did
Trying to
a
ruin someone's
great
career
job.
right now. Come
She
on.
fell though.
That was one time, yeah.
Did she fall?
That was one time
On her
everyone kind of like
face?
did that, like, and she was like, "Nah, I'm fine."
Yo, you got one job. We brought you here to do one thing today. We brought you to do this backflip. Do the backflip.
Have you done a backflip?
That's like the Afro Ninja.
Oh my God, yeah.
Afro Ninja?
I'm okay.
Afro Ninja? No? You never seen the Afro Ninja?
This guy's auditioning.
Go on YouTube and type in Afro Ninja, and it's a guy who does like nunchucks and tries to do a backflip and just
He
falls
lands on his
face.
head and then keeps trying to keeps He's like, I'm
Tears
okay.
the place apart.
Should
this
we
guy-
acknowledge that we have similar shirts? Like, I
Okay,
mean,
let's
people
talk
are
about
watching.
that.
So
Like,
thank you, the
like,
elephant in the room that
It
you
really
guys were.
is. Like, I mean,
So we walk in today and we see each other, and she's like, "We're twins."
yeah.
I was excited, but I don't know if you were sad when I told you it was a pro wrestler shirt and not a Jurassic Park shirt.
No, I mean, no. I watched my fair share
That's
of
a peacock?
wrestling
Oh,
growing
really?
up,
It's a
so
peacock.
I
Dalton
don't
Castle,
know.
the human peacock.
I don't know him.
Ring of Honor.
But I do know Jurassic Park.
Oh, do you?
So
So I have a question for you.
Moving on.
You graduated from Harvard.
I did.
Yeah, he did.
A long time ago. Yeah.
Insane is that? Like, do people go Harvard whenever you tell them that
Pretty
you went to
much.
Harvard?
Exactly what you
Exactly.
said.
Like
or did they say pack the cat and have it yet?
Yep.
That too.
Every time he goes back, I make him buy me Harvard stuff.
Yeah.
Really?
So I want Harvard.
I got a Harvard.
Do you know Chris
The right
Nowinski?
color. Do I?
Do you know Chris Nowinski? He went to Harvard.
No, I didn't think I
What
did.
year did he graduate?
Do you know
I don't
Barack
know.
Obama? I heard he went to Harvard.
Lord.
Do you know Natalie Portman? She went to Harvard.
Yeah.
OJ
Man,
Simpson.
nah, come on. Yeah.
Not
Way
good.
back.
So Jack, there was the line about, I forget which episode it was, but about British actors playing American. Was that written in? Was that an?
Oh, about when
you
Kelly,
get
when
too
Kelly
drunk.
says I have a
Yeah.
bad British accent every time.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
tequila, yeah. I think I can't remember what episode that was, but that was kind of a matter of time. I think.
Yeah.
Someone
He had to play.
made fun of that.
I love
Calling
that
it
I was
out.
the one that got to do it.
You do a great American accent.
Thank
a lot
you
of
very
British
much.
actors, you know, a lot of British actors, you can always tell they're British, but
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, we're everywhere. We're like a kind of a
Mm-hmm.
cancer or like a virus.
I know. Like The Walking Dead doesn't have one American actor on it, I don't think. But
You should do a
they're-
protest.
Yeah.
America, we need you.
Taking our
Walking
jobs.
Dead.
Are there any other accents you do or you have?
Do
in
your
back
black accent.
pocket?
Do the black one.
Come on, Jack. Do it, Jack.
A black accent? I don't have a black accent.
Our publicist from Fox is like, Jack, stop. Stop.
Do your black accent.
Do your black accent. Don't do
Up to you.
He
Me?
does so many accents.
I never. He did the Taken one, but that was.
He does so many accents. Like he's a
Jack of all accents.
Jack, cut more accents. We love,
boy.
and Jack hates this. Jack's name is so versatile. You can change it up so many times that
Very
just like
punnable.
he is.
It's very
Yeah.
punnable, right?
Jack's name is a character actor.
So like
much
Jack,
like Jack.
So say like Jack is like a loaf of bread, and it's like it's
Someone's
untouched,
cutting it.
and it's untouched. Jack cut more bread. Jack slice more bread.
Yeah.
Let's say he's like giving a blowjob to someone. Jack sucked more cock.
That's his.
Oh,
that's
okay,
his
okay,
least
alright.
favorite one
Wow.
of them all.
And
Lowering the tone. Do you
loves
guys feel the show free falling away from me right now?
There's
You asked for
This
it.
is our best one so far. This one's it's going swimmingly.
I have questions for
Wait.
James. So we talked about your lines, but
We still haven't had a cookie.
Good boy. Good boy. That's
His
a
life has
good boy. That's a
What do you
good
think,
boy.
man? What do you think? What do you think?
they're good. They need milk though.
Oh.
Do you really have a question, or I've got?
Your
just want a
t-shirts.
cookie.
Do you pick your shirts?
Yeah.
I think it's a thing that Jay Lacopo, the creator, has. So I don't. I don't get to pick them.
You picked the one in the pilot, though.
Yeah, I picked the pilot one.
But that's the
pilot
only one you wear.
That's
You
the-
wear
yeah,
one
yeah, yeah.
Did you
T-shirt.
know that was Frederick Douglass, or you just like, I'll
no, I
take that
knew.
dude
No,
with the beard?
they came in
He
and they were like,
requested, yeah.
they had a shirt and there was like some other guy on there. And I was like, they was like, who, you have any ideas? I was like, Frederick Douglass. That was the only old guy I could think of at the time. Like that had a beard that was like, a professor or something like that. So I was like, Frederick Douglass. But then the rest of them, they kind of, yeah.
Oh, you didn't pick the emoji with the afro?
Yeah,
Oh my
God.
God.
I hated that one. And then, sometimes, like me, like when I go to set, like I'm just in emotions. Like I'm going, I don't really look at what I'm wearing. And one day I'm walking on set, I'm like, what the afro on? And so it's like, whatever, we gonna roll with it. But this is it. We're gonna burn that one. But yeah, I like most of the shirts though. Most of the shirts are dope. Except for the emojis.
How'd you guys like working with Paula Abdul?
She was so sweet.
She was awesome.
She was awesome. She was nice.
Yeah.
She had moves. She still got the moves.
She
you
Yeah.
know. She still got them.
You're
Yeah.
just freestyling that.
The stunt
Like,
double
she was
just did the
like,
backflip. She did
yeah.
everything else.
Yeah.
They just
I
played-
mean, she
they
went
played
to the
on music.
hospital.
That's good to know that she can still.
No, she did not. She was
All
awesome.
that doing.
So much stunt drama on this show.
lot of
Saw
stuff.
stuff.
Oh yeah, the guy that played the homeless guy passed out.
Passed
Same
out.
day. He's
Yeah.
passed out.
He came to do one thing. He passes out.
I don't know.
The guy
The
that's
dangerous
surviving our
stunts would have
shit.
happened at the party.
Yeah.
Which
You know,
one?
Like the chicken fight party. You guys do
Oh,
like
yeah.
chicken fighting. There's no
That
water
was
anywhere.
terrible. That was thank you. I was
hey.
like, what are we doing?
Charlie never gets. He doesn't get like intense. He
In the
got
pilot.
intense that day. He was
pilot.
like, okay, guys,
Oh.
That
let's
was
get
doing a
this
chicken
right.
fight in a driveway.
Yeah, I was like, what's going on?
Yeah.
They had some pets.
They had him on a tree too. That's coming up. This
Oh,
dude is
yeah.
harnessed
Yeah.
on a
Yeah.
tree in Griffith Park. Like he all the way up there.
I
Got a
did it.
bad
And they got a
chase.
crane, a big ass crane that's holding them up. So like, I mean, the crane is huge, but still, it's crazy.
And
all
like I
this
couldn't
equipment.
even hold on to the tree because it was like precious, reserved forest.
Yeah.
So like,
What?
Yeah,
I'm
you can't
literally.
mess the
It's
tree
like I'm like holding on to, and like a crane is like kind of holding on to me. You'll see. It's gonna
It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be
So
good.
So have you gotten hurt in any of the things that
The-
you've had
the
to
only
do?
thing-
Pick yourself up.
I did. That was just me being an idiot. 'Cause
You fell.
Yeah, I fell. It was the last episode. Yeah, it was last episode that aired when we were trying to do the hitch with the truck.
No,
and
there's
the
one before.
one before, yeah, the one before. Where and the guy starts talking about politics. We do a run. I tried doing like a comedic skid and slide, like we gotta go.
Yeah.
And on the first, they were like, "Be careful, like don't fall over." I was like, "I got this, please." First take. I think it was a rehearsal, and I just like I don't have the scar anymore, but it was there for a while. Some skin, a few layers.
Sliding on gravel.
Yep,
Yeah.
straight.
That's
gravel.
the worst.
Like talking about the pilot.
Jack busted
like,
his face.
Yeah, talking about like the
Almost
chicken
lost
fighting
his
thing.
job.
We I was almost out of it. I was on the like week 1, right? So you're like trying to make a good impression. And, and during that week, we had to do what? We had to do the chicken fight. So we had the whole thing like sitting on each other's shoulders, and then the whole thing I'd like fall over into these things, like roll over and have this moment with Kelly and everything. And then there was this other one. Oh yeah, I get slapped around. I get like a bucket of water thrown in my face. I have
Yeah. We all feel bad for you.
Yeah. No, there's all this stuff happening where it's like totally legit. If you're gonna get injured, it's gonna be because someone's punching you in the face, like with Meaghan, and then something goes wrong, right? The one time I actually injured myself is I'm just running down the street.
He fell over himself.
I'm just running down the street and bam, and like the cut up my arm,
His
my
back,
leg,
his
everything.
face,
got
his
shredded.
arm.
I'm sleeping in the trailer. I come, they put me in the
Damaged
van
it.
to go back to set, and I'm like, oh, like, I can see Jack, and he's like it's a circle of people around him with flashlights on them, and I'm like, oh, we're gonna be here all night.
Yeah. It was like 2 a.m.
Yeah,
after
it's
like
late.
5
It was
hours
a
of running up and down
long
the
day,
street. To
yeah.
be fair, but it was still like the one thing I can
It was
run up
a
and down
long
the street,
run.
Yeah.
guys. I can do this.
It was
Were you
100 yards at
tired, or
least.
are you clumsy?
No,
or
I'm like I am
She's
very
clumsy.
clumsy. That is absolutely true.
clumsy.
But I was also I was like tired, and it was also the thing of we've been doing. It's basically when I'm running down the street and I like jump into the car as it's driving along, and you're doing all these takes, and there's one with the car. And you're like, okay, if you're gonna wipe out and hurt yourself, it's gonna be because there's a car there, and you have to jump into it, and that's gonna be really bad. Totally fine. Getting chased with like these scary Brazilian dudes, totally fine. Like all the different angles, and then the last take, and the director's like,
just
all right,
him.
just one where it's just you just run as fast as you fucking can, just
It's the
go
kiss of
for it,
death.
like go for it. And I'm like, all right, I mean, you okay. And then of course there's no like end moment. Like normally I'm like jumping into a car, so that's like the end of the scene. But there's no end, so I'm just running. And at some point my leg's like, no,
You're done.
it's done.
Legs went out.
You got whiskey legs and
Legs went out.
It's a physically demanding show you guys are on, huh?
legs are
Not
out.
really.
we have so many stunts and things in like
We
a
have
comedy
a bunch
show.
of. We're just
crazy.
clumsy.
Okay, we are running out of time, but before we go, first of all, we're not going to do predictions, but can we do a little of the prediction lights just because we've got a party in here?
I don't think we can do the lights
We
because
can?
of the charade.
Oh my gosh. That was
too
part
bad.
of the deal, you guys.
Make some
James.
sauce.
Yeah.
LED
Making
lights.
promises I can't keep. Does anybody have any like side projects, personal things you want to plug?
Who the plug? We the plug.
James.
Music. I mean,
James
I'm
got
about to put out
music.
some music.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm about to put out some shit.
Where can we find your music?
I'm gonna put it out on my SoundCloud. It's Space Team. It's not up yet. It's gonna be up in like the SoundCloud's up, but no music on it yet. I'm gonna drop it in like a week.
Nice.
I'm about to put out some music, working with some cool artists, and yeah, that's about it.
Oh, right on.
I'm in a band. We're called Much Better. See us at muchbetterband.bandcamp.com.
Nice.
Yeah, he got music out.
We got music
Yeah.
out. We released one
Yeah.
song. We got an EP forthcoming.
What kind of band?
It's got like pop punk rock. It's
Sure.
not too heavy,
Uh-huh.
but it's not too light. This is a little.
Yeah,
it's
just a little bit something for everybody.
It's like fun and aggressive, but not like too aggressive, but not like too serious. We have a good time.
Awesome.
I'm doing the finale of New Girl.
Ooh.
And
Mic drop.
Mic drop.
Tune in.
So
Bitches.
there's that.
Bee Stinger Down.
Buzz.
And I'm going to be doing a film, this very cool
Ooh.
thriller film. Shooting very soon.
Nice.
Yeah.
We all
Very
have
cool.
Twitters and stuff. You guys should follow us on the social medias. I'm at Charlie Saxton on everything.
I'm at Meaghan Rath on everything.
Everything. Ah!
She got money, don't
She's
worry.
distributing her equipment.
I'm at James03 on Twitter and Instagram. On Snapchat, though, if you want to get lit, follow my Snapchat, James3ARL. And
His Snapchat stories
Take it
are
easier.
My goal
outrageous.
is to
They're
make
like,
it funny.
they're the
and
best.
Funny. I do the funnies.
So you
makes
get
the funny.
Snapchat. You got it?
He's
You
got it down.
understand it?
Like I would have been doing hella Snapchats in here, but it just would have been too distracting.
There's also
So
no
much
reception.
Snapchat
Fine.
gold in
I
here right
was.
now.
I
don't get
I
service.
have to pay attention. Snapping.
Yeah, Snapchat
Anything-
gold. That's what I call it. When you just get that moment that's just epic.
Yeah.
Like I got this girl named Cheryl.
Cheryl.
On my Instagram.
Cheryl.
Shout
Yeah,
out to
Cheryl.
Cheryl.
Shout out.
Not Cheryl.
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 Cheryl. Yeah, Cheryl.
All right.
She's
hope she's watching.
52.
Cheryl. Yeah.
Jack, what's
anything?
your?
Oh yeah, I'm at Jay Cutmore-Scott on both.
What do you got going on? Anything else coming up?
Nothing.
Nothing. Just
So
doing Cooper
much-
Barrett.
Yeah.
He
I'm just like-
built. He
I'm just
built.
hanging out.
Hey yo, oh
A
my
deck?
gosh.
He built a
He's
deck
a
and is-
craftsman.
Throw that picture up.
Craftsman.
Yeah. Where's the deck that this guy built?
Drop the
It's
headphones.
pretty intense.
Like on
That's
your house?
boss.
Yeah.
Like a real deck?
It's amazing.
Wow.
That's pretty impressive.
And a whole like chaise lounge set.
Yeah, it's
Chez
incredible.
Langer.
Like I'm about to
gorgeous.
steal that
Skills.
idea. I don't know if I told him.
I don't know if I told you that.
That's cool. That's cool.
Sir, quite the
He's a
craftsman.
carpenter.
He
No,
really
I-
is.
No, he is.
Yeah.
dude.
No,
Jack
yes.
Craftsman Scott.
This is a
I think
cast
that's
that
the
loves puns. Perfect way to end the show. So, big thank you
Thank
to
you to all you guys
the
for coming.
cast of Cooper Barrett's Guide
Great
to
to have you guys.
Surviving
This was
Life.
Thanks
fun
for
and
having
awesome.
us.
James Earl, Meaghan
Yeah.
Rath, Charlie Saxton,
Yeah.
Jack Cutmore-Scott, or
Perfect.
whatever incarnation of his name you at home want to put together.
We back next
learned
week.
anything.
We back next
Send
week.
us,
New
send
time.
us your
7:30.
versions of Jack Cutmore-Scott.
Oh, yeah,
If
and
anyone has
we are
any new
so-
ideas,
If
we're
you can
always
say hi
looking.
his name, yeah, we
But
always
I
want to
would
know.
love to see them.
We
Yeah.
are so
I hate all
sorry,
of you.
Jack.
I hate you.
So
Honestly.
sorry.
Honestly.
Keep watching Cooper Barrett's Guide to Surviving Life.
7:30, y'all. Let's
Yeah,
that's the
new
new
time.
time.
7:30 Sunday.
7:30.
New Slizzai.
Fox.
Next one's good. It's got Victoria Justice in it.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, Victoria Justice.
Sunday.
You know she hot.
Legend.
Oh, yeah.
I have
fire.
I've been your host Tamara Brown. You can find me on Twitter at Brown Tamara. My co-host James.
You can find me on
You can
Twitter.
find me. I'm sorry, I thought you were talking.
Find me on Twitter at DJ Slice with 2 E's, and we're ready to roll. And if we learned anything tonight, it's that the safety shot is the kiss of death.
Yeah, the last
Yeah.
one.
That's true.
All right.
You want
So
that-
thank you so much for tuning in.
you want
And
another
we will
cookie?
see you.
A cookie before we go.
Good boy. That's a good
Good
boy.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.